Find your beach.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought we were doing
Yeah.
aerobics,
Tybo.
which is just how we dance. We just dance. We do Taibo moves.
We dance.
And
Boy, do we ever.
we're trying to bring Taibo back.
Yeah, and we think Billy Blanks deserves it.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Rosebud.
America deserves it. Hey, what's up?
Welcome back.
Thank
to,
you.
The Yankee states.
Thank you so much.
The non-Confederacy.
I would say that it's good to be back, but I'll be honest with you. Florida is way happier. They're much happier people. Everything that we've said about conservatives, about Trump supporters, about how it's just easier to be them than it is to be liberal is true. They are living in denial, and it's a wonderful state of being. I'll be honest, by the second day that I was there, I was so nervous to go there. And the second day I was there, I was just like, I am fucking vibing with this state.
You were just, you do have a very Florida energy.
I loved that state.
I think it could be one bad fight with us, and you would be on a Trump boat, like one of those boat parades, just, drinking like a light beer seltzer and just with a cowboy hat with blue and red on it. And just being like embracing that. Do you know how easily you could be?
I think you're giving yourself too much credit there is my only problem with that. You think that a fight with us would turn me into a Trump
maybe
supporter.
I wasn't talking about a fight between me and you. I didn't say a fight between you and I.
Uh-huh.
I said maybe it's a fight with you and the mayor of New York.
A fight with the mayor of New York?
De Blasio.
Yeah.
So
I actually want to physically fight de Blasio.
Why?
I just for fun. Just for followers and content.
No, I like that. That's a good reason to do it. I do feel bad for that guy because I don't think he's like the worst mayor ever. And people like, you do like one mess up now, and people are like, this guy's a fucking
No,
nightmare.
it's not that. He signed up for that job. The mayor of New York always gets that, okay? They get that from all sides every time. That's part of the job. He knows what he signed up for. And that's actually why I'm going to fight him. Because
that's part of the job. The
people of New York want to see it. They want to see de Blasio get rocked by a woman half his size. Rock him? Yeah.
You think you could beat up de Blasio?
I would smoke de Blasio.
His wife is a militant feminist former lesbian. So I mean he's like got experience dealing with
my type.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. Rosebud was a lesbian for a while.
3 months.
That's how long it was?
In college.
Yeah. And then
a semester.
Were like, I'm going to go back into the closet. And here we are, happily living our lives together, just married. When we have sex, I have to tuck my penis and balls between my legs, but that's fine.
And we have to do it from behind.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to look at his face unless he's wearing a wig.
We thought of a new sexual position, and it's called the Gen Z. And
it's called the Gen Z.
And you have sex doggy style, but you both look at your phones and FaceTime each other.
Yeah. We're going to send it to you.
You guys
join the Patreon if you want to see our Gen Z sex position video.
It's the most genius thing I've ever come up with.
Yeah.
Anyways, what So Florida. You went to Florida.
I went to Florida. The shows were incredible. I met Meg the nurse and her husband. Stephanie couldn't come out because she's got to go see her mom or grandma or something. Anyway, somebody older. So, but the shows were great. Naples was wild. Everyone looked like an ex-wife of the same guy. The whole audience looked like the ex-wives club, but for the same dude.
Yeah.
Like they all looked like their names were Nancy, and they had big blow-dried bangs, and like
that was Naples.
Insane tans, yeah, Naples. And I asked, I was like, hey, so how old is the crowd tonight? And they were like, oh, it's a young crowd. And I go out, and it's like women in their mid-50s, and I was like, okay, so I get what the rest of this town is if this is the young crowd.
And it's one of those states where everybody's like drunk, like day drunk, like 5 or 6 days a week.
Yeah.
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 People drink when
I was
they get
actually
old.
thinking, I was like, if I'm going to relapse, I'm coming to Naples to do it.
Yeah, it seems nice. I mean, I think you have like lots of unprotected weird sex with like
they're like
parrot heads, and you know, you work in real estate.
yeah.
You get to wear like a pantsuit.
Yeah, you could be like a travel advisor.
Ooh, imagine you were like you smoke cigarettes again, and you like carry a Dooney and Burke purse.
Yeah, no, I could see myself in Naples forever.
That's great.
If I just wanted to like become that woman, you know. Anyway, so that was like a wild show.
But I'm gonna make you move to the woods. Anyways, keep going. That was a wild show.
That was a wild show, and then Tampa was so much fun. Side Splitters, so much fun. First night, great time. Just like felt loose. Was having a good, you know, whatever set. Got to try out new shit. Second night, just a fucking blast. It was like one of the, you know how sometimes you'll go on the road and the first night is the best night and then you go home and you're like, this was like, it got steadily better throughout the trip. And by the end of the trip, I was just like, this was perfect. I can't fucking wait to go back on the road. I can't wait to do comedy again. I feel alive. I remembered what my purpose is.
And all you had to do was get COVID and give it to a bus full of nuns.
That's it.
But they were kind of old already.
And they were laughing when I gave it to them.
That's true. She got on the bus and she kind of did like a Robin Williams thing. It was fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw a video of it.
We sang all of Sister Act together. No, I was not on a bus full of nuns. I also went, here's a wild story.
I didn't know
for
this.
the pod.
I don't know any stories.
Okay, well, this is a crazy one.
We haven't spoke till just this moment. It's
yeah,
just
I
kinda
walked in the
around
house
in
and we've just been, holding off. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when you don't jerk off while your partner's out of town so that you can really give it to them when they get back. We've been doing that, but verbally.
Yeah, because I jerked off a ton while she was out of town.
Yeah,
Twice
the house
a day.
is sticky.
Sticky.
So I went to go visit my dad while I was in Florida. I went on my way from Naples up to Tampa. I stopped at, what was it called? Boca Grande.
But the island was called
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla. I've heard of Gasparilla.
Which is named after a pirate.
Ooh.
A butt pirate. So I went to Gasparilla Island, which is like a fancy ass rich people's island from what I gathered.
Mm-hmm.
And stopped in there for lunch with my dad and my stepmom. And got to like hear some stories, you know, got some insider DC info. Here's a fun fact. President Bush was staying at Gasparilla Island at the same time as my dad and Meredith, and they had run into one another at the gym the day before, and Bush roasted my dad.
Wow.
Told my dad he looked like a pirate or a gypsy.
Yeah.
He said, you look like
not
a gypsy,
culturally
which
sensitive.
is not okay to say.
So if anybody wants to cancel George W. Bush,
Go ahead.
he also killed 1 million Iraqis. So you got lots of things to work with.
But that's underneath the gypsy comment because it's wrong.
Yeah. You can kill somebody in a debatable war, but never use a racial slur.
No, that's not part of the job of a president. Okay, so, and then I got some more info, which is that Trump's farewell party, they got an invite to Trump's farewell party.
Your stepmom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the invite. It was a ticket. It was one ticket, and it said, here's your ticket, bring 5 friends. Every ticket to Trump's farewell party said to bring 5 people.
Wow. Not very popular.
Yeah, if they do that, let me say this. As a comic, if they did that to my shows, I would feel like a failure.
Yeah.
I would feel like shit about myself. If they have to comp that many 5 people per one person that shows up,
I think that's worse than a bringer.
you're fucked. That's
what we
worse
call
than
a bringer. A bringer in comedy is when you are early, you do these shows, and part of the deal for stage time is you will bring 5 to 10 people to be in the audience.
Yeah, like
that's called a bringer.
Yeah, a bringer means the comics aren't a draw. So they have to drag their friends along with them in order to perform.
Trump started his presidency as a billionaire businessman and ended it
As
as
an
a
open mic
potential
comedian.
criminal / open micer.
Potential. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah. So that's some just insider info that you guys get to know.
That there was a please bring your friends. There was a please clap portion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's I think we're still not quite out of the woods as to what that group of people is going to turn into. I mean, I'm still getting a kick out of like the QAnon people that are just like, wait, what?
Yeah, they think that JFK Jr. is going to come back at in America. They think JFK Jr. is alive and is coming back on the 4th of July.
This year?
Yeah.
Man, it's like those death cults where they're like the end of the world is today and then it doesn't happen and they're like, look, I guess I calculated.
It's the 4th of July.
I got to skip. I got the dates wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 1/20/21. It's actually 7/4/21.
My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Oops.
Oopsies.
Color me embarrassed.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
What?
Just good.
Water?
Just a sexy little hint of orange. Mandarin orange, just to be specific. That was me drinking Canada Dry, a sponsor of the show.
Thanks, Canada Dry.
Yeah, thank you for keeping it dry, Canada.
Oh, we have to sing the song.
Yeah, okay. Canada, you're not wet, you're dry.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I thought you were going to join in.
No, that was I just go, yeah, and that's the end of the song.
Canada, you're not wet, you're dry.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. They said they're gonna go for kind of an alternative, kind of ironic song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the part that they loved in the notes. We loved that.
Yeah, they said we loved Rosebud's improvisation was just like,
Wow.
even our jingle writer couldn't come up with something that good.
Man, that's a good gig. Jingle writer.
Mm-hmm. This is when Andy's going to spend the next 2 weeks Googling jingle writing jobs.
I would kill it. I'm so good at coming
He does
up with
this. He'll
stupid
get
songs.
this idea in his head of like a career that's like easy that he can do from home, and he'll just like Google that job for like a week and a half.
It's only happened with a few.
Like what?
Foreign exchange,
Mm-hmm.
like foreign currency exchanges.
French Legion.
French Legion's different. French Legion is it means I'm hitting the combust button on all of my life. Because I can't do anything for 4 years. I have to go to France and be in the military.
Yeah.
I can't visit. I can't,
Right. And you have how long to join?
a year.
That's it.
It's not long. So if you're going to cheat on me, do it in the next year.
You're saying so that you can leave to go to the French
It'll
Legion.
just give me a good impetus to kind of jump off.
Why couldn't I just go to France with you and you join the French Legion and then I learn my act in French?
I mean, that's possible, but I'm going to be in the Pyrenees training, and then they're probably going to station me in one of the former colonies. Like French Guiana is one of them,
Mm-hmm.
Dominica,
Okay.
a couple of the African nations. And you know what one cool thing is?
Huh.
One of the things that they've been doing a lot in the last couple of years is they defend extinct species. So you go into the jungle with your gun,
And you defend a panda.
and not China, but
Well, whatever.
like a spotted ocelot.
Yeah.
And I get to know it. And
What the fuck is a spotted ocelot?
I made it up. Ocelot's like a small cheetah, I think, or like it's a wildcat. Anyways, we become friends. We kind of connect in a bi-species.
Non-verbal way?
Yeah, and we just kind of like, it's like Dances with Wolves, but even more intimate. And,
So Dr. Dolittle.
but not comedic because it's spiritual. And I learn the ways of the jungle, and I also learn how to talk to the other animals through the ocelot. And eventually I write a book about my experience.
Mm.
And for some reason I can grow facial hair.
In this
No, if I do this.
reality.
Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah.
just, okay, it's just guaranteed. It's like a job benefit.
If you take me out of the city and you just put me in some rough terrain, I will grow, I'll be buffer,
A full beard?
taller, my hair comes back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all those things.
So that's why you want to move to Woodstock.
No, just the speed of life, just they got a good co-op. You just go out on your porch. You go, hey, Ned. You know?
Yeah, something tells me that like putting you in an environment where you can like make applesauce isn't going to cause your beard to grow any faster or your hair to come back.
That's too good of a life. I have to be in nature.
You have to be roughing it. You have to be like suffering.
Yeah, like the other day, I went to work and I underdressed, and it was very, very cold. It was probably 25 degrees, really windy.
Yeah.
And I could feel it. My skin was hardening,
Uh-huh.
and it was just like my DNA was like
it was like male.
Yeah, but it was like more Scandinavian. It was
Oh.
like man, man, like that.
You're an idiot.
You are a man, like that.
Yeah, you're scaring Mouse. She's actually leaving the room.
That's because she's too intimidated.
She
Anyways.
is. She's afraid of men.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I have a pretty good idea that we're going to work in show business, and I'll just kind of have a bad facial hair. But I won't have a bad hairline because by the time Europe opens, I'm going straight to Spain.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to I think it's Dr. Piro. I don't know. My friend
Don't
Robbie
give the name out because
Anyways.
if it's a good price, he's going to blow up. And by the time you get there,
I'm not worried about it because I'm going to be one of the first people off the plane. We're going to make a couple's vacation out of it. And my hairline is going to be here. If I raise
Right
my
there?
eyebrows, yeah, it's going to be down here. So if I lose it again, it'll stop here. And yeah, I'm just going
I
to.
don't think you need insurance
I'm gonna-
length on the
I'm going
front.
to look like a Kurdish. I'm going to look like a Kurdish bachelor.
Uh-huh.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of that.
Hulami, the Kurdish bachelor. I'm going to go black too. I'm going to get it all black. I'm going to get some inserted here.
Can I tell you
right
something?
up-
Because you're just bringing it forward right now, and I don't like the look of this even because you look like Simple Jack.
Okay. Well,
Okay?
The problem is when I do this, you can see that this is a false canopy, that I'm just living a lie, that this is,
Mhm.
there's a culture under here, which is skin.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There's a culture, and it's dying.
Yeah, it's like the
There's a
forest
dying
people
culture under your
in,
your bangs.
what's that movie called? Avatar. It's the blue people live here.
We should watch Avatar today.
And get high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. The new one's going to come out next year.
Really?
It only costs as much as it would cost to feed the entire world for 10 years.
Oh, cool.
But it's probably going to be a good 2 hours.
Can't wait.
Anyways, it's cold in New York. The dogs are...
It's not only cold in New York, it's frigid in New York. Like it's
it's make you angry cold.
yeah, when I got off the plane, there were like military people in the airport and they were like, "Did you fill out the form?" And I was like, "Yes." And I showed them the form and they were like, "You have to quarantine for 10 days." And I was like, "Got it, officer. By the way, I like your uniform."
Tore it right up.
Yeah. And then and by tore it up, I mean I tore my clothes off and we made love in the bathroom.
Worth it.
Worth it.
I give it up for the troops, vis-a-vis through my wife. Cuckolding.
Thank you for your service.
That's how I support the troops.
So, but it's so cold outside that I'm happy that I have to quarantine.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I
don't want to go out there. It's too cold.
It's so cold that I want to hibernate. Like
Mhm.
if you were like, hey, we can just like stay in bed all day long, I would probably be just fine with it. Like sweatpants, movies, popcorn for days.
Yeah.
We had a very different couple days last week because when Rosebud went to Florida, I actually went to Vermont and I went skiing. We didn't say goodbye to each other in person because that's where we're at in our marriage. And then I got home and Mouse had eaten something at either on the street or at the dog sitter's and just had explosive diarrhea. She shit a couple times just around the house, and then I woke up at about 3 a.m. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and she had just painted her kennel. And then again at 8 a.m., painted the kennel. And so I got a much different experience, which was cold diarrhea cleaning. Just a lot of waiting outside of veterinarians' offices and a little puppy that was, just just a soft serve machine that was broken.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and that was my days.
16 handles, and they're all in her intestines.
Yep. All 16 handles, which is actually something she said she was going to call her first live video, which is kind of disgusting. But, it's her life. She's a grown up.
Yeah. Yeah. She is now. She's almost a year. It's Mouse's first birthday on February 14th.
Valentine's Day. So
Valentine's
if you guys
Day.
want to send cards, we'll set up a dummy address that you can send things to.
Yeah. We'll read her birthday cards on the podcast.
Yeah. I'll set that up this week.
She knows we're talking about her. She's coming over here right now. Mousy, hello. Would you like to say something to the audience? Nothing? Meow. Oh, she just scratched the microphone. That's all.
If you could hear that little metallic noise, that was
just
Mouse scratching.
her paws. Just scratching the mic. Hi.
Mouse, do you want to go to Target with me after this? Cool. We will. Daddy-daughter day.
She loves Target.
What else?
You know what I think she's doing right now? I think she's coming up to say hi to us, but really what she's doing is she's showing her anus to the camera.
Yeah, she's like, oh, oops.
Oopsie.
Was I naughty?
Sorry.
Oops.
Ooh. She's like me in the AA meeting the other day by accident.
Oh, yeah.
When I accidentally showed
Or
the
me
whole recovery group.
on my Chatterbait channel.
Shut up.
What?
Get out of here.
You don't watch porn when you jerk off, right?
Nah, yes I do.
You do?
Yep.
I watch the weirdest porn when I jerk off.
Yeah, you've showed me the porn that you watch, and it's weird. It's very strange.
I don't even mean to. I just start searching, and if something's like, everybody needs to be hot, I don't go for this sloppy looking porn.
Everybody needs to be hot? Like face hot?
Everything.
Everything's got to be hot.
I mean, I don't give a shit about the guys unless they're like, I don't know, if like I wouldn't be able to like really get it up if like Ron Jeremy was in the
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't like the actresses to look, like Jersey trash kind of like.
Yeah.
Like my favorite porn channel that ever came out and they stopped with working was this porn channel called Babe, and everybody looked like, somebody that was like that would eat dinner in an outdoor cafe in Soho.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a hipster porn channel. It was so great.
I wonder if that was just for women.
I don't think so. I mean, it was definitely like pro woman.
Oh, cool. That's good. I love a pro woman porn channel.
But I will, when I'm watching porn, if the guy, like let's say the guy has really horrible tattoos, bothers me. I'm like, what's this guy doing here? We're not safe.
Oh, you're like, she's not in good hands.
I'm more like, I should hide the like laptop and like make sure that like all our pharmaceuticals are in a safe space. Like, I'm just like, what's this guy doing here?
Yeah.
We're trying to have fun.
Right. He's going to steal your belongings.
He's going to take my credit card numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When he goes to the bathroom, he's going to check for your drugs and he's going to take some and sell them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, when you go to Rosebud's porn history, it looks something like one of the fight scenes from Black Panther. Anyways.
Well, those are actually very classy. All right.
Yeah.
The fight scenes from Black Panther are, first, color-wise,
beautiful.
Costumes,
beautiful.
Gorgeous. Makeup, gorgeous. Beautiful sunset behind them.
Yeah.
Nature. Actually, my porn search looks more like a hostage video.
Oh, okay.
That someone has sent.
Actually, when we were first started,
as like proof of life.
When we first started dating, Rosebud said that she jerked off to pretty much exclusively van porn.
Yeah.
Like she typed van.
Yeah. I do.
Babe, I
still do.
On our first anniversary, I'm going to rent a van.
What?
And I'm going to put a bunch of blankets in it to make it look like it's like being like soundproofed for a kidnapping.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kidnap you.
Oh, so romantic.
Yeah.
You're going to be such a good dad one day.
Oh, that's sweet, babe. It's really sweet.
Oh, God. These people know too much about us.
It's okay. honestly, it's weird because we haven't done a podcast for a week,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't think of anything. I mean, I went skiing. You went to Florida. The
Dude,
president
the fucking
got
inauguration happened.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic.
I was going to save that for the next episode, though.
But let's just talk about it because we have some time. And I will say one thing about the inauguration, which I felt kind of bad about, but I also felt okay about,
it was J-Lo saying, "Let's get loud" in the middle of...
The Spanish part actually made me very angry.
It did not.
Of course it didn't. I loved it. I was like, I know what she's saying.
But when she said "Let's get loud" in the middle of what did she sing? She sang
Our country 'tis thee.
No. I thought she sang "This Land Is Your Land."
Yeah, that is what she's saying.
Yeah.
But the when Joe Biden, I mean, almost all of it I found to be very boring and uninspiring.
Mm-hmm.
I do like. I had a moment where I was watching the families get ready, and they were dancing in like let's stay warm, but also there's music playing kind of way, and I was like, man, it is so nice to have some like normal. They're just normal people, which I was just like, what a relief. Like you would never see the people at a Trump, like they would dance, but it would be in like a weird like our hands are covered in blood. But and I don't think like all the people at that like are great people, but the thing I felt bad about was the second Biden started talking, I was like, this is boring, and I turned it off. And it was like kind of a relief. I was like, oh, I don't really give a shit about politics. Like I'm kind of over it, and this is definitely not as interesting as what was happening with Trump. But also I kind of feel like I don't have to be. I know I do because like there's still a lot of work to be done for POC people.
You didn't listen to his inauguration
nope.
speech?
I got bored like a minute in.
Really?
And checked the fuck out.
I listened to the whole fucking thing.
I bet you did. You're probably better than me.
But I've always loved politics. Like I've always fucking loved presidential inaugurations, presidential races, always. So the fact that the last 4 years I just at one point just went fuck it and stopped paying attention, that's how I knew. I was like, oh, so this is whatever's happening with this country is bad because I'm like looking away actively, like just being like, no. But I listened to the whole thing and I thought it was really, really good. I thought he did an incredible job.
Oh,
I loved that everybody was color blocked. Okay.
That was cute.
Everyone looked like Crayola. I liked it.
You know what was crazy? Actually, what I was thinking about was the Bernie thing. The Bernie
meme.
The Bernie thing, like the meme started immediately. Like the second that shot happened,
yeah,
people started putting him on things. By that night, it was a sticker on Instagram.
Yeah.
And by the next day, it was like so old. The next day, people were like, Jesus Christ, whatever, dude.
What? I
loved all of them. But
I
like,
loved it for like, I'm still laughing thinking about it.
Bernie made a sweatshirt of him in that.
Yeah.
And he's selling it for charity. I love it.
That's amazing. I want that sweatshirt.
Yeah, I'll get it for you, babe.
Thanks. I fucking loved that meme. I don't care. I'm like, the fact that we're back to just like, to that instead of memes of like...
The president making fun of a handicapped person
yes.
in front of a gun-toting...
Oh my God. I was just like, thank God.
I did... Two things I did this week is one thing I did look at guns. It was
why?
I don't know. For some reason, I was like, maybe we need a gun. And I was like looking at guns, and then I was like, I can't have a gun ever. I could never own a gun.
Why did you think that we needed guns?
I don't know.
No, you do know. Deep down, gut check.
Because I might have to kill you. No, because I don't know. Like maybe there's going to be some situation at some point where like people are threatening my family. I don't know. But I don't believe in guns. I don't support them. I think they're silly and I
sleep with one under my pillow.
But I also think that I just don't trust myself with a gun because I could get sad about like, I don't know. I could see somebody I hate getting like a job.
Yeah, and you just swallow a couple bullets.
I would do like an Instagram live where I just ate my... Anyways,
I'm sitting there watching you.
You're like, your lighting is all wrong. All right,
I'm like,
you're gonna
God,
do this.
Doesn't even shoot himself with a ring light.
But
That's kind of meta. Shooting yourself. Shooting yourself.
Oh my God. Layers.
Crazy. It's been done though.
On the Patreon-
Mostly by people in Florida, actually.
No, I did hear this thing. I read this article. It was in the New York Times a couple weeks ago, and it was about like how all these men in the Midwest were shooting themselves, killing themselves in a number of ways, but most of it was by guns. And it's mainly like just single guys have more propensity, obviously, but all these guys are killing themselves because they just don't have a lot of options. They're like a farmer or they're like a manual labor guy. Most of them are injured because of their jobs. I related to that a lot. I was like, boy, do I know what that feels like. And then
and that sounds like a joke, but Andy actually is seriously injured because of his job.
Yeah, and I have to do it because I didn't prepare for later life. And but the one thing that this is not funny, but I found it so funny, was that there was like this huge number of guys who would be fighting with their girlfriend or wife, and like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm an asshole," and they would just go to the bedroom and shoot themselves. And I know that's fucked up, but some part of me is
they win it. They win the argument.
Such a final, a fatality to the argument. You're just like, "Oh, I'm dramatic." Anyways,
no, that's why I keep watching this scene. I have watched it. It used like whenever I was like PMSing real bad, I used to watch the scene from The Sopranos when Janet, her husband, Richie Aprile.
Oh, when she shoots him.
Yeah, he like punches her or slaps her in the face. After she cooks him dinner.
He punches her. And she just goes into the other room quietly, gets a gun, comes back in, and he goes, "Whoa, what are you going to shoot me, bitch?" And she just fucking blows his head off. Does she shoot him in the head?
She shoots him in the fucking head.
That's so great.
And it's the fucking best scene.
God, she's so...
And you hate Janet. You hate her. And you hate them as a couple. So it's like, just to see that couple fall apart, because they're the most... they're the
so
worst
awful.
people.
Yeah.
Even I don't know how I dislike Janet more than Tony Soprano, but I fucking... character...
Nobody disliked Tony Soprano.
Well, I mean, he's a sociopath and he kills people. And nobody dislikes him.
He's the sexiest man alive.
Everybody loves him. And if you haven't seen The Sopranos, I highly suggest that you watch it, and you will have sex dreams about James Gandolfini, okay? Sometimes they happen in the subway. He will be wearing a robe.
What?
That is just personal. That's not necessarily my experience, but I'm sharing it.
It is your experience.
Anyway,
Admit it.
Doesn't matter. Watch it. It's a great show. It's probably one of the greatest shows ever made for television. So, highly suggest watching it.
I realize that one thing I'm going to talk about on this week's Patreon episode is my day of shooting. The shoot I went to.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Yeah. I can't talk about it on the free one because you got to keep a paywall between that and...
But if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, you guys, you definitely should. It is $5 a month for an extra episode. Go to www.patreon.com
$5 a month, like
/FindYourBeach, or you could just talk over the plug that I'm doing. You could maybe do that. That's a good idea, Andy.
It's called Hype Manning.
Okay. www.patreon.com /FindYourBeach. $5 a month for an extra episode. $10 a month gets you extra content. $25 a month gets you a fucking dinner with the fam. Okay?
Yeah.
We FaceTime.
We Zoom. We Zoom. We have a Zoom dinner.
And it's fucking great. It's so much fun. It's so funny every month. Yeah, it's just a really good time. So do that. And also, if you like our podcast, it's $5 a month.
It helps.
And it really fucking helps. This is all comedians have now.
And it may
for
be,
real.
if enough of you guys show up, I don't have to be a manual laborist.
Yeah, Andy's sciatica will probably...
I can afford to hang upside down and fix my back.
Yeah, and you can stop going to a dentist's office in an old movie theater.
Yeah. It's a nice movie theater.
Yeah.
Well, it's not nice. I mean, the asbestos.
It honestly looks like an abortion clinic from the 20s.
Yeah.
So
it's got a what's that called? A gallery.
it's like broken blinds and shit.
It
It's
looks
not
like
great.
what was that show called where Clive Owen tried to do surgery?
The Nick?
Yeah, The Nick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. Anyways, I did want to say this. Speaking of sex dreams, I kept on having that sex dream where we were going to a swingers club and Rosebud was catching all types of D
Mm-hmm.
and nobody would bang me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that meant. I guess it means I feel inadequate. Is that it?
I don't know.
You're the
Andy.
dream expert.
I'm not the dream expert.
You are a dreamologist.
What?
Yeah.
For the podcast.
Yes.
I'm the
yes,
podcast
yeah,
dreamologist.
Yeah.
is
What do
you're
you
saying.
think that means?
I actually think it means that you probably have a green thumb and you should practice gardening.
Oh. God,
Yeah,
that's
nothing to
so
worry
much-
about.
That's so much better.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, if you dream that your spouse is cheating on you in front of your face, probably just means that you have dishes to do.
Always have dishes to do. So that's good.
Probably means you got to respond to some emails,
Yeah.
clean out your inbox.
Probably just some tasks.
Mm-hmm. That's all it means.
Okay.
And that's coming from a professional
Dreamologist.
dream expert.
Dreamologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We
Yeah,
did it.
We did it. What do you got coming up?
Nothing really. I'm super excited for, having been on the road this past week. I'm super excited for next month when I go back on the road starting February
16th.
Is it February 16th?
Yeah, February 16th she's going to be in Des Moines.
Hold
The
on a
next night
second.
she's going to be in Omaha.
Hold on. Let me do it, Andy.
She gets mad at
Please
me when
let
I
me do
try
it.
to do it.
Okay. February 16th, I'm going to be at the Funny Bone in Des Moines. Good job. 17th, I'm going to be at the Funny Bone in Omaha, Nebraska. 18th, I'm going to be at Kansas City Improv. 19th, I'll be at the Blue Room Comedy Club in St. Louis. And the 20th. And then on the 21st, I'm going to be at Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis. And then March 11th, 12th, 13th, Huntsville, Alabama at Stand Up Live. And March 14th, I will be at Zany's recording an album with my husband.
Wow.
With my husband, Andy Haynes.
I mean, I'm not going to be on the album. I might be saying, like, everybody, Rosebud Baker.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there. And
So
maybe the dogs will be there, too.
maybe. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. And you can get tickets to that by just going to my website.
You can get tickets off the website?
Yeah, you can get tickets right off my website.
Wow, that's great.
rosebudbaker.com.
The future's insane.
Welcome to the future.
It's bright. It's so bright. You got to wear shades.
Put your shades on.
You got to put your sunglasses on.
Put your sunglasses on.
Okay, well, I'm getting tired and
Yeah, it's
starting to
obvious.
disassociate. So
Yeah, you're getting that like far away look in your eyes.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Probably vitamins. All I've eaten for the last 3 days is rice pudding. I think
You haven't eaten since this morning.
that might have something to do with it.
Okay, well, let's get some food in your belly and then we'll do another podcast.
Yeah, we'll do a Patreon episode that we owe everybody.
Yeah. You guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you. Subscribe to the Patreon, www.patreon.com/findyourbeach.
Wash
And
your hands.
if you can't do that, then please leave us a review on iTunes, okay? Wash your hands. Don't lick your lover's eyeballs. And for fuck's sake, don't spit in their mouths.
Yeah, it's not the time.
It's not the time and it's not the place, and you need to apologize
You
if you've
should.
done it before.
All right,
Go to church.
bye.
Bye.
Just find your peace.